Hi everyone, this is my first Sims build video, and today I'm going to be building a Tudor style modern house. Um, I kind of imagine this house to have like one or two Sims in it, like maybe three. It can definitely fit three, but I imagined like a teenage girl who always gets what she wants, and maybe like a single mother who drinks too much, which is why I end up putting a little bit, like, I put a bar into the master bedroom, and I end up putting this shelf things. You'll see it. It has, like, juice, as The Sims calls it, on it. But right here, I was having a hard time making the fences matched, because for some reason I thought the lattice fence like matched that smaller lattice fence, but it doesn't. And I kind of noticed that halfway through doing this, and I was like, well, so I just put it to a glass fence, and I put some hardwood onto the decking because I thought that looked a lot better. I know I forgot to put a railing on the stairs. I end up doing that later on, so don't worry. I really like the Tudor style, like the kind of houses in Wyndham. I think, no, Windenburg. Sorry, totally forgot the name of this place. But anyway, I like the sort of wallpapers they put on the bottom of those houses and then put the siding on the top. So I tried to emulate that with this house. Sorry, I keep stumbling over my words. But yeah, and so I made it so it would have a second floor, because originally I was thinking of only making this like a one floor kind of house, but I figured, it's my first build I'm putting on YouTube, so I might as well, put a couple of floors and make it cool. Right here I'm doing columns around each of the edges, and you'll see me typing in the move objects cheat quite a lot because I keep turning it on and then turning it off thinking I won't need it anymore, and then realizing, oh, I still need it, so I turn it back on, and then I just leave it on for the rest of the build. I had a hard time finding windows that would, like, match that reddish brown wood. I don't know what the deal is with The Sims 4 and not having all of the woods match, but, like, I don't know, I just wish they would put more color swatches in, so that way I could actually have all of my woods match, because I'm a fan of dark wood, but I don't like having my dark woods like be different reddish tones and brown tones, and it gets messy. I really like those traditional style wooden windows though, so I decided to use them all over the house. By the way, there's a watermark that comes up every so often. It goes away, but it's just the editor that I use because I didn't pay for the full version. Full version, sue me. I put a lot of flowers around the sides of this house. I don't really do a whole lot of landscaping, but I really like when, you just have like flowers scaling up the side of a house. It kind of makes it feel like it's been there for a while, and nobody's really been like taking care of the sides, like kind of that overgrown feel. How I imagined the Sims to be living in this house, though, like, I imagined them rich, but I feel like, the mom probably wouldn't care enough to get a gardener to trim down all of the hedges that are growing up her house and stuff. So, because she's too, like, in her own world, you know? Anyway, I might do a video where I create the Sims who I thought would be living in this house, so stay tuned for that. But, yeah, right now I'm just putting up a bunch of flowers and hedges and stuff. I like to do the outsides of my builds first before I go into the inside. I know a lot of people like to, like, furnish the inside and then put their windows around and do the landscaping, but I feel like I just always forget to do landscaping afterward when I'm done the furnishing, because, like, I do it room by room and stuff, and then once I'm done all the rooms, I feel so happy and accomplished. I upload it to the gallery, and then I completely forget about putting trees and stuff, which is what I end up doing. I forget to put, like, trees and stuff around the back of this house. So I put in a couple before I uploaded it to the gallery, so you'll see that if you download this house, but in the video you won't see me doing that. It's just a couple of trees, so it doesn't really matter. But yeah, roofing this house wasn't that hard, surprisingly. Maybe it's just because I don't really care about my roofs that much, but I don't know. Uh, I don't know. I like the roof on this house. I think it's a really cute, cozy, kind of cottagey sort of house, but it also fits in very well with the suburbs. Uh, yeah, I kind of designed it to be able to fit into Windenburg, but I built it in Newcrest because a lot of my houses in Newcrest have that sort of feel. So it's on a 40 by 30 lot. So if you were wondering, it'll fit perfectly on that size lot and bigger. I don't know how much smaller you could go, but there's quite a lot of yard space. So you could probably put it on a 30 by 30, I think, or at least a 40 by. Wait, is there any smaller than 40 by 30? I don't know. But anyway, you could put it on a smaller lot. You just have to like size it out, before you actually place it. Um, but yeah, here I am doing the interior now. I really like those like plastered bricks. I don't know, they're nice. I like them. They're kind of like those painted bricks, but I think they're like a bit cleaner. Um, because like they've got more of the white on them, but you can still see a bit of the red poking through, which is what I really like because I end up making this kitchen have a lot of reds and whites and blacks. I've never really done a kitchen like this before, so I thought it might be fun to branch out there. It's got a red stove, which I'm putting in right now. Yeah. I was gonna do the matching red fridge, but like the wood on it didn't really match the counters and stuff, and it annoyed me, so I just ended up switching it to a black and deciding to put in other red accents like those flowers. Um, and yeah, I scaled down that sculpture thing a lot to make it be put on the table and look nice. Cause like, I don't know, a lot of the stuff in this game is like super massive and I'm not a fan of it. Like, I enjoy having little knickknacks to put around my houses, not gigantic sculptures. I really like a lot of the stuff that came with Dine Out though. Like the salt and pepper shakers and that little sign with the fork and knife. I think it's really artsy and cool to put into your kitchen because it's like, oh, you wouldn't usually see that on a residential kitchen. It's like your sim, went to a store and they like found it discarded somewhere and they were like, oh, this would be cool. So yeah, I end up putting that sign into the kitchen just because I think it looks artsy and cool. Uh, it took me a while to figure out which kind of rugs I wanted because I really like that circle rug with the flowery print on it that's like fuchsia-y. I thought it was so pretty. But I ended up just putting like a square red rug into the kitchen and moving that into the living room. Well, soon to be living room. I haven't furnished it yet. Oh, that's that thing of alcohol that I was telling you about earlier. It's actually juice, but like we all know it's alcohol. um, but yeah, anyway, the color of those rugs end up changing because like it didn't really go with what I ended up doing in the living room, which is sad because I love the color of those rugs. But maybe I'll use them in a different build. But yeah, here I am just putting up that sign and finishing off the kitchen with little things like flowers and a sink and a microwave. It doesn't have like a drink maker, but whatever. I put a fire alarm in though. I was gonna use that red bin, but then I decided that the smaller black one looked cuter. There is an outdoor bin, by the way. I did not forget that. Thank God. Usually, a lot of YouTubers forget those things. I also put in a mailbox with like a little red door on it, and I thought it was cute. And here I am putting in the pathway, to the front of the house. I thought the little pebbles on top of the grass was like really cute, but it usually never ever matches the grass around it. So I put it down with a really low opacity and then I put like that sunburnt grass effect on top of it with an even lower opacity and just like put a couple of clicks here and there to make it sort of match, which I think worked out well. I also really liked those red lights, so I wanted to incorporate them, but I ended up seeing that the kitchen was really dark, so I had to put some little hidden lights, like, on above the windows where the counters are, just to brighten it up a bit. Here I am bringing that stone, like, back into the bathroom, because I like a little bit of exposed stone. I really like those tiles too. They're like small and white, so they kind of remind me of that nice marble that I put into the kitchen, but it's like white, you know? I love those marble tiles, by the way. The ones that I put in the kitchen, especially in black. Ooh, sign me up for that. Someday, when I have a house when I'm older, I'm going to have marble tiles in my kitchen. Just like those. They look beautiful. So yeah, I put two mirrors in this bathroom just because, you know, why not? Have a full-length mirror. I didn't want the walls to be bare. It's just a pretty standard, basic bathroom. I didn't really do anything too fancy in there. But yeah, so now I'm just decorating this little open plan part. This becomes a bit of a dining room slash sitting area where you can read, you know, because I wanted to fill in the space and make the place look lived in. But also, I feel like these Sims probably wouldn't be at home very much. They kind of seem like the kind of Sims who would, you know, go out a lot and, you know, live a life, or at least the teenager would. And like the mom, I mean, come on, she's, you know, she's the mom. I don't know. I kind of think of her as like a deadbeat. But I put in those green chairs because I thought they really complemented the table and such. And I put the little lemonade drinks platter thing on top of it, so your Sims can have nice lemonade. I also put in a white dining table with white little fancy chairs next to it, which I thought looked really clean and nice, and I put a little fruit bowl on it. I don't know. It just seems, you know, pretty and fancy and like what a rich sort of sim would want. I most of this build is done at night because I changed the light to be nighttime so I could see if my lights were illuminating everything, and then I completely forget to turn it back to daytime. So there's that. I make the living room blue and white themed just because I really love blue. I'm kind of realizing now this house is a little bit patriotic, so there's that. But I don't know. Yeah, I'm using that carpet, but I changed it white and I put in a nice big flat screen TV and that white brick, what is it called? Fireplace. Why am I losing my train of thought? So anyway, I wanted to put in like a nice colorful chair like next to those deep purple chairs, but I felt like none of them really matched well, so I ended up just putting a fence there and separating the room so I could put, you know, more furniture in on the other side. Oh, here I am doing the railings finally that I forgot earlier. So yeah, the living room's kind of cut into two bits. You've got like one where you can listen to music on the stereo and sit around, and then the other half is where you can lounge and watch TV. All of the furniture, I think, has that nice deep purple color, which I thought looked really, really nice with the blue. I don't know, I love those chairs. They look so amazing. Yeah, and here I am just like decorating it, you know, putting up some paintings and another one of those rugs. I originally got rid of the second one, but then I decided to bring it back. I also like that sculpture of the head. I don't know, I think I put it twice in this house, but you know. Also, I know the curtains don't really match that well, but there's so limited options for curtains in this game, and I didn't want to just leave it curtainless because I feel like a fancy home wouldn't just like not have curtains in their living room and other places. So I put them in, but they're just like basic colors because kind of, you know, the curtains suck, to be honest with you. The only curtains in this game that I actually like are the ones that came with movie stuff, I think it's called. You know, the one where your Sims can watch movies, that one. I end up putting those in the bedrooms just because they're super colorful and pretty, and they're my favorite. So yeah, I'm almost done with the downstairs now. Just putting in some more curtains above the windows, above the kitchen, above the windows, on the windows. So yeah, here I am, making the layout to the upstairs. It's the master bedroom's kind of a weird shape because it's in that little area with the curves, you know, of the house. But I really liked those big windows, so I decided to just, you know, do it. I thought it was kind of fancy. Plus, I kind of thought the teenager would have the, you know, the sort of more easier to work with kind of room because she's probably going to have more stuff. So I put that new sliding door in that I assume we must have gotten an update because I've never noticed it before, and it looks super cool. I was going to put a sliding door out to the balcony, but it like looked ridiculous with those giant windows, so I just went for a more modern door, which is why I said that this house is like Tudor style but with a modern twist. Because like a lot of the stuff that I do in this house is very, very modern. Because I don't like, doing old timey builds like on the inside all the time. Plus, The Sims 4 has a ton of really modern stuff, so it's just easier to do modern builds. Oh, I put a piece of plaster out there, so I fixed it, but yeah. I'm just putting lights around the place though. I really like those lamps that I put in the hallway, but they're so huge, so I scaled them down and then I put some lights out on the balcony. The only thing I really put on that balcony is an easel, because I was going to put seating and stuff, but then I just kind of forgot. So you can do that yourself. You can put whatever you want on that balcony, honestly. It's up to you. Customization. Uh, by the way, if you want to download this house, just search up my origin ID or the hashtag Mercury Simmer. Both, my hashtag is Mercury Simmer and my origin ID is Mercury Simmer, because I'm Mercury Simmer. But yeah, you can search that up on the gallery and download this house. I think it's titled like Tudor style modern family home or something like that. You'll find it. But yeah, now I'm just like decorating the hallway with little things. I was looking at that little uh what's it called? That side tables recolorings, and one of them was just kind of hilarious. It was like drawn all over like a child. Oh, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw it, but downstairs I was looking at all the wallpapers, and there's this one with these like giant banana leaves on it, and I thought it was so ridiculous. So I seriously contemplated putting it in this house, and then I was like, nah, that's just too ugly. I can't do it. But I don't know. I think it's really funny how they put that in the game because it's really, really ugly. Right now I'm doing the teenager's room. It's very pink. I love it. And I'm putting in those really nice curtains that I told you about. If you don't have that movie stuff pack, you should totally get it because it's so good. It's my favorite pack. I don't have all of the packs that came out for this game because, I don't have enough money to buy all of them. But I've got the essentials, I have Get to Work and the movie stuff, and I'm planning on getting spa day stuff. I really wanted pets, but then, like, I heard from everyone that it was really buggy. I don't know what's up with that, but I guess I'll get it once they fix all of the bugs, if they fix all of the bugs. But yeah, I don't know. I feel like they should add in a pack where they have a lot more paintings and just, stuff to decorate your homes. Because I feel like we really lack in paintings in this game. We have a lot of posters, but like, I don't know, when you're doing more upscale kind of homes, like, why would you have posters in like anywhere but your bedroom? And that's only for like a kid, because I feel like a stuck up, snooty adult would not have posters in their room, like at all. But yeah, here I am trying to fit in a bed in here, because at first I was gonna make this like a parent's bedroom, for like an actual family. But then it just kind of turned really girly and posh, and I ended up having to move the bed. So I don't know if two Sims could get into it. You might have to move it if you want two Sims to sleep in it. I'm not sure. But yeah, it just ends up becoming like white and posh, and like it has that blushy color for walls, which I love. So yeah, that's kind of why I decided I would probably only put like a single mom and a teenager in this house. You can do whatever you want though. I mean, if you download it, it's your house, you can do whatever. But yeah, here I am putting in that bar because I thought of her as a bit of an alcoholic. Plus, I just wanted to put another thing in her room and I didn't know what. So I was like, hey, let's just put in a bar. And then I put in that couch and I wanted to have it be kind of a crazy color like orange or purple. I thought the purple didn't really fit though, and I was kind of digging the orange, but I didn't know if everyone else would dig the orange, so I ended up just turning it brown. It's still nice though. I really like that couch. And then I put in most of the color in this room through her like makeup and stuff. I was gonna put nail polish on that dresser, but it didn't really fit. So yeah, we're coming to the end of this build now. I switched out that folder for some books, cause like, I don't know, I feel like at first it kind of fit, but then I decided, nah, you know, Now, these people don't really work. They just get their inheritance money and call it good. Yeah. So here I am moving on to the bathroom. It's a really nice bathroom. It's got that cute shower tub thing with the adorable curtains. I love that one. It's so cute. It comes in so many different recolors too. It's like my favorite. I use it in too many houses. And I put three of those mirrors together because I thought it made like a really cool effect. I've done that in a couple of houses. Obviously, none that I've uploaded to the channel because this is my first video, but you know. Oh, and we're at the tail end here where I'm putting in these little carpets with a bunch of recolors on them because I thought they were super cute. And I thought they added just a little bit of extra detail. I don't know. I love putting little rugs. In